Europe is facing one of its most severe wildfire emergencies in modern history, as massive blazes continue to devastate southwestern France and parts of Spain, forcing hundreds of thousands of people from their homes while firefighters battle extreme heat, drought, and shifting winds. The worst of the disaster is unfolding in France's Gironde region near the famous wine city of Bordeaux, where an enormous wildfire has scorched more than 100,000 acres of forest. Authorities say the blaze has become one of the largest ever recorded in the region, with flames consuming vast stretches of pine forest, destroying homes and threatening communities that only days earlier had been filled with tourists enjoying summer vacations. French officials have evacuated more than 220,000 people from the affected areas, making it one of the largest peacetime evacuations in the country's recent history. While firefighters have succeeded in stabilizing portions of the fire, authorities stress that it remains far from fully contained and could flare up again as another intense heat wave moves across southern Europe. The wildfire began near the community of Somos before spreading rapidly through dry forests west of Bordeaux. Driven by strong winds and exceptionally dry vegetation, the flames advanced toward populated communities, forcing emergency evacuations throughout the Gironde department. At one point, the fire came within roughly 15 kilometers of Bordeaux's metropolitan area, prompting fears that one of France's most famous cities could face unprecedented danger. Although city officials emphasized that Bordeaux itself was not under immediate evacuation orders, nearby communities were emptied as a precaution.
Adventure starts with the right gear, and it all starts at shackshop.us. From stylish women's swimsuits and premium camping tents to paddleboards, underwater drones, and dependable dinghies, we have everything you need for your next outdoor adventure. Whether you're exploring the water or relaxing on shore, gear up with quality products at unbeatable prices. Visit shackshop.us today and make every adventure.
More than 240 homes have been destroyed, with additional buildings suffering extensive damage. Residents fled with little warning, grabbing pets, essential documents, and whatever belongings they could carry before escaping advancing flames. Thousands of firefighters from France and neighboring European nations have joined the operation. Specialized aircraft have been dropping thousands of gallons of water and fire retardant on the advancing flames, while crews on the ground construct fire breaks to slow the fire's progress. Officials describe the conditions as some of the most challenging they have ever encountered. Prolonged drought has left forests extremely dry, while temperatures approaching 40°C or 108 degrees, and strong winds create ideal conditions for explosive fire growth. Even after sections of the wildfire were stabilized, firefighters warned that hotspots remain capable of reigniting at any moment. While France battles the Gironde Inferno, Spain is confronting multiple major wildfires, particularly around Madrid and several other regions. Thousands of Spanish residents have been evacuated as fires spread rapidly across forests and grasslands. Emergency officials continue working around the clock to prevent flames from reaching heavily populated communities. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez warned that the country faces difficult hours as firefighters race against time to contain rapidly expanding blazes. Some evacuated residents have been allowed to return home after local fires were brought under control, but officials remain cautious as soaring temperatures continue to threaten new outbreaks. Recognizing the scale of the crisis, several European countries have sent assistance to France. Firefighting aircraft, emergency personnel, and specialized equipment from Greece, Italy, Portugal, Turkey, and other nations have joined the response. The international cooperation demonstrates how increasingly severe wildfire seasons have become a shared European challenge requiring multinational support. European emergency response systems continue coordinating resources to ensure aircraft and personnel can be rapidly deployed wherever new fires emerge. French President Emmanuel Macron traveled to the devastated region to meet firefighters, emergency responders, and displaced residents. During his visit, Macron praised the courage of those battling the fires and pledged continued government support for affected communities. "We will win this battle together," Macron declared, while thanking firefighters risking their lives under extremely dangerous conditions. His visit highlighted the national significance of the disaster, as France confronts one of its worst wildfire emergencies since World War II. Beyond the staggering statistics are countless personal stories of loss. Families have watched homes disappear in minutes. Farmers have seen fields, equipment, and livestock threatened by advancing flames. Tourists have abandoned vacations as ash rained from smoke-filled skies. One visiting couple reportedly resorted to hitchhiking more than 40 miles after transportation was disrupted by the fires, describing scenes that looked apocalyptic. Emergency shelters across southwestern France are housing thousands of evacuees, uncertain when or if they will be able to return home. The Gironde region is internationally renowned for its vineyards and tourism industry. Wildfires threaten both sectors. Although many vineyards have escaped direct damage, smoke can affect grape quality, raising concerns about future wine production. Tourism has also suffered as campsites, beaches, and vacation areas closed during the height of the emergency. Businesses dependent on summer visitors face significant financial losses during what is normally their busiest season. Scientists say several factors have combined to produce exceptionally dangerous wildfire conditions. Months of below-average rainfall left forests unusually dry. Successive heat waves baked vegetation across France and Spain. Strong winds accelerated the spread of flames while reducing the effectiveness of aerial firefighting operations. Although researchers caution that no single wildfire can be attributed solely to climate change, many experts say rising global temperatures are increasing the frequency and intensity of extreme fire weather across southern Europe. One of the most alarming developments has been the formation of fire-generated weather systems. Known as pyrocumulonimbus clouds, these towering smoke clouds can generate their own wind patterns and, in some cases, lightning capable of igniting additional fires. Such phenomena illustrate how large wildfires can become self-sustaining disasters that are extremely difficult to control. Fire behavior experts continue monitoring atmospheric conditions as firefighters work to prevent further escalation. Although authorities report progress in stabilizing portions of the fires, the crisis is not over. Weather forecasts predict additional heat and dry winds, conditions that could reignite contained areas or spark entirely new fires. Emergency officials continue urging residents to follow evacuation orders immediately and avoid unnecessary travel into affected regions. The coming days will likely determine whether firefighters can finally gain lasting control or whether Europe will face another escalation in what has already become one of the continent's most destructive wildfire seasons in recent memory. For now, thousands of emergency personnel remain on the front lines, protecting lives, homes, forests, and communities, while Europe watches anxiously, hoping cooler weather and continued international cooperation will finally bring relief.